250 Gemstones culture represents a nation of people that strive for excellence and greatness every single day. We are more than journalism. We are a revolution. Come on, let's kick this door down and let everybody know we up in here.
Will avoid jail time. Majors has been sentenced to probation after he was convicted of 1 count of second-degree harassment and 1 count of misdemeanor third-degree assault of his then-girlfriend, Grace Jabarri. ABC News legal contributor Brian Buckmeyer joins me now for more. Brian, what's your reaction to the sentence?
Makes sense. First-time arrest, assault, and a misdemeanor. It's an A-class misdemeanor, so the highest of misdemeanors we have in the state of New York, but you don't typically see jail time following this. It makes sense that based on the nature of the allegations and what we heard from the victim in this case as well, that anger management would be a large portion of this as well. We know it's a 52-week anger management program that he's allowed to do in Los Angeles, which is pretty standard. They don't usually force you to come back to the States to do a sentence like that, and to continue mental health counseling.
So what happens next in this case?
That's pretty much it. Unless his attorneys want to appeal the case, from my understanding, they are in that kind of that realm where they believe that the judge got it typically wrong in this, where if you remember, Johnathan Majors was found not guilty for intentional assault, but for reckless assault. And I think the appellate issue there is that the jury should have never been given the option of reckless assault, but only stuck with the intentional assault. Therefore, he would have won based on a misdemeanor conviction and only been sentenced to the harassment, which I think he would have been much more comfortable with. So a potential appeal in the making.
So what are you watching for if they do go forward with an appeal?
I want to see whether or not the appellate court takes up the case. They can, of course, say they're going to reject it, or they're going to say they're going to take it. And if they do, whether or not those grounds or something they say are enough to overturn this conviction. What they're going to attempt to do, that being the defense, is argue that the facts alleged, as well as the facts that came out of the court, geared more towards an intentional assault rather than a reckless assault. And that jury charge should have never been given to the jury. If that's successful, it's a major change for Johnathan Majors, because he no longer has a criminal conviction, only that harassment violation. But you know what? Everyone could probably deal with a little bit of anger management and counseling, so it's no loss there in terms of he's not doing any jail time.
All right. ABC News legal contributor Brian Buckmeyer, thank you.
My pleasure.
Yo, Michael T. Porter here. Welcome to the 250 Gemstones Culture channel. This is a channel that represents a nation of people that strive for excellence and greatness every single day. I got another bomb episode for y'all, but before I begin, y'all hit that like button, that subscribe button, that share button. Pass me around Facebook, Instagram, and all other social media platforms. And y'all know how I feel about my chising. If you guys like to support the channel, Cash App $Michael US. Also, check out my Spotify podcast, the 250 Gemstones Culture Podcast. Link is in the description. Y'all stay and watch the whole video. We need to talk. Don't forget to hit that notification bell too, so you know when I'm dropping. Johnathan Majors, y'all see that mess around there? He's only gonna do a anger management class, and his ex-girlfriend, the little white girl, ooh, she is mad. She is mad that this nigga didn't get life. She wanted this nigga to do time. She wanted this nigga to do hard time. The 250 Gemstones Culture family, we all about fairness. We all about being great. In order to be great, we got to make great decisions. And this was a great decision on the judge's behalf. Because any other verdict, I would think that, everybody's going to start saying, is feminism involved? Is there racism involved? Why are you giving this man such a lengthy sentence when clearly on the video he's running from the girl? He was running like goddamn Usain Bolt. He was running from the girl. The man can easily, he can delete this woman with his bare hands. This dude is massive. Johnathan Majors is massive. He stays in the gym. If he really wanted to hurt this woman, he could have hurt this woman. Now, they said they found her. She was, I guess he beat her up in the hotel, left her there, or she was unconscious. But on the video, he was running from the girl. Now, this is according to the New York Post. This is her reaction to his sentencing because she doesn't believe the judge gave this Negro enough time. Hold on, let me get this story together. I don't want this. Let me go back. Here we go. Says right here, former Marvel star Johnathan Majors was ripped by ex-girlfriend, the dancer Grace Jabarri, as remorseless abuser Monday. So she called him a remorseless abuser as he avoided jail time on his conviction for assaulting her last year inside a Manhattan car service. He is not sorry. He has not accepted responsibility, and he will do it again, Jabarri, wearing a pink suit, said during an emotional hearing for his sentencing in Manhattan criminal court. He will hurt other women, continued Jabarri, tearing up midway through her speech. This is a man who believes he is above the law. Let's see. Woo! And that's pretty much it. Majors, 34, wearing a black double-breasted suit and black turtleneck, was sentenced to undergo domestic violence counseling. That's all he got. They were together for 2 years, and she said he struck a hard blow across her head earlier this year, knocking her unconscious, is what she's claiming. Now, that man is massive. She's a little petite thing. That girl should never came up. But maybe he just gave her a little nudge. Let me tell y'all something. Would y'all like my opinion? Would y'all like some of this 250 Gemstones culture commentary? Well, of course you do. That's why your ass is here. Let me tell y'all something. This has nothing to do with no domestic violence, in my opinion. It has to do with Johnathan Majors love black women. He love all women. He's like me. Doesn't matter black, white, Latina, Asian. Once a woman give me them vibes and she's ready to go, it's on in the sexual realm. Now, relationship realm, if she's nice and we getting some money together and things are just good and she gonna allow me to put my man juice in her stomach and we have some cute kids, hey, as long as I respect, love, understanding, patience, all the wonderful things that God calls us to adhere, calls us to put as our foundation, who gives a damn? But you know why she's mad? Because she lost that Mandingo. That Mandingo went back to a black woman, and that black woman is making good. So before the fight broke out in Manhattan, he was texting. He was texting all night. You know how where my other phone at? Oh. You know how niggas be texting? You know how fellas, how we be texting. Yeah, baby, how you doing? I love you. But you looking at your phone. Yeah, baby, I love you. Cause there's a piece of ass texting you. And that piece of ass was Megan Good. Yeah, Megan Good, and she seen me without my shirt. Megan Good didn't see me in Creed beat the snot out of what's my boy? Michael B. Jordan. She ain't see me all oiled up, all these muscles on the big screen. Oh, Megan Good saw me. Yeah, baby. He's kissing Jabarri. Yeah, baby. Ooh, girl, I tear up that Cocoa Puff. That Cocoa Puff is something. It'll get you hooked. The black woman, once you make love to a black woman, see, white people and other cultures, especially Latinos, they make love romantic. White people, they make love or they have sex, right? Black people, we effing. Black people effing it up. Black people effing. So he's pretty sure you've been with a black woman. Black women are raunchy. Especially if she really like you. If a black woman really like you, oh, she gonna put it on you. They keep it bushy too. He wants some of that chocolate loving. That's what he was after. Meanwhile, he's sticking his spoon in that vanilla pudding. What I'm saying is Johnathan Majors tried to have his cake and eat it too. He tried to have all that pudding. He wanted the vanilla pudding and the chocolate pudding. He couldn't decide. You got that Cocoa Puff waiting for you. She ready to give you the business. Megan Good is fine. And she's older too. The new trend is older women getting with younger men because the men her age group don't want to deal with them. 35 and up, 40, 50, they trying to get the young ones too. They don't want to deal with no old ass woman. No, she ain't old, but to them they're old. If these 50, 44 is old, they want some in their 30s, some in their late 20s. So Johnathan Majors is a player. He was texting Megan Good while he was with Jabarri, and that's when she flipped. Once a woman really likes you, you break her heart. And I really think Jabarri liked her. Now, I don't know if this is her first time getting some black meat in her stomach, but Johnathan Majors put that in that white girl, and she lost her mind. She want this, and this the thought, she ain't never been F like that by a mandingo, and that mandingo is going right back to a black woman, and she's losing her mind. Now, I don't think it's so much that it's going back to a black woman. We just says going to another woman, because it's just the fact that her black king is leaving her. That this is leaving her. She ain't never had it like that before. Them white boys ain't putting it down like that. Them Asians ain't putting it down like that. Latino men ain't putting it down. She got that eggplant. She got that huge mandingo, and it messed her mind up. She ain't never been ravished like that. She ain't never had a man, an African king, hold her and kiss on her and handle her in that manner before. If you make love to a woman and you have hit her spot and you cheat on her, prepare for jail, prepare for hell, because that's what's coming. She wanted this nigga to be locked up forever. Forever. He was cheating on her. In my personal opinion, he was cheating on her. Johnathan Majors a playboy. He is a millionaire. He is a star. And she thought that she could have this big buff monkey who's great in bed all to herself. Jabarri wanted all of Johnathan Majors to herself. And when the realization came, she cannot have this African king to herself. She cannot have this African American king to herself. She lost her mind. She said, if I can't have you, nobody will. The only people Jabarri wanted to have, the only people that she wants around Johnathan Majors is correctional officers and other inmates. That's what she wanted. How about that? She said that he was texting all night, and she grabbed the phone. Jabarri grabbed the phone. And most players, they put their side, don't put their real side piece name, nicknames and stuff like that. So Jabarri, she didn't know, she did not know who the girl was. So you want me to believe all of a sudden you're on trial, Grace Jabarri, all of a sudden Johnathan Majors is on trial, and during the trial, he's already with Megan Good. No, Johnathan Majors and Megan Good have been talking for a long time, and Grace Jabarri, her what they call it, a woman's intuition, she was feeling this dude's talking to another girl, giving all that loving to somebody else. Y'all flood my comments. Do y'all believe Johnathan Majors was cheating on Grace Jabarri with Megan Good, and after the Grace Jabarri found out, she wanted this nigga locked up? Y'all let me know. Why y'all think she wants him to go to jail so bad? Is he really a bad person? 250 capital G. I'm gone.